Join me, Steve, the PonyTailed Pensioner, for part 1 of my 2024 walking highlights. I started the year with Best Beloved down in the Cape on our annual trip for a month in the glorious summer sun of South Africa, staying with the legends that are the Blakeys. On return, I spent the merry month of March tramping around the Cotswolds, near to home. Before, in the late spring and early summer, although you never know from the weather, I started my walking on the mighty River Wye. The last part of today's video shows you a little bit about my first ever city walk, in my city of birth, Bristol. It really doesn't get much better than this. Nordic Beach. About a 4 or 5 mile walk, I think, and the southeaster is pumping. So the 4 of us enjoyed a fantastic stroll along Nordic Beach. That's Best Beloved, Lee and her dog Diesel, and my good self. We had coffee at the wreck of the Kakapo. This ship met its fate in a terrible storm 120 or more years ago, the first year of the 20th century in fact. A misjudgment by the captain led to the ship being washed on shore and not being retrievable. Rumour has it that the captain wouldn't leave his ship and stayed on it for 3 months. No lives were lost, which is a good thing. Our next big walking adventure was truly memorable. On our holiday within a holiday, we headed for Cape Agulhas. We're nearly at it. Vaguely religious experiences. Fit as though this marks something, but oh, it's got a north arrow on it. I rather like that. We are literally on the southernmost tip of the whole of Africa. Our Best Beloved's in the Atlantic Ocean. And I'm in the warm Indian. That's where I'm staying. Cape Agulhas is a mesmerising place. Beguiling, bewildering and beautiful. Dangerous too. This was an amazing place to visit and we will go back. So in March, I walked locally. I set myself the challenge of 10,000 steps a day, every day for the 31 days of the month. And I managed it. I walked mainly in the southern Cotswolds, fairly near to home base, as I was getting used to filming with my new GoPro and also taking stills with my equally new Sony ZV-E10, as all the YouTube videos call it. I became rather fixated with vertical buildings. By far my favourite is a Cold War relic, the microwave network radio tower high above Whitlander Edge. This year my main walking was in and around the valley of the River Wye. I hatched a master plan, and that was to do the whole river from its source up in the Cambrian Mountains all the way down to its mouth in the Severn Estuary. I expected to do this in about a dozen or so walks. This is what happened on the first one. I'm going to cycle now to the start of the walk. Purring along, well, a couple of miles into the climb. There's somewhere up there is the source of the Wye. Not entirely sure whether this is a futile exercise today. This is just ghastly. Utterly ghastly. You gotta laugh, walking fans. Well, here's some geology. Lots of grey nothingness ahead. I'm near the summit of Plinlimmon, with no view whatsoever. Magic spot this. I'm at the top of Plinlimmon Fire. Well, my first trip high up in the Cambrian Mountains ended in meteorological challenges. So my second walk from Llangerrig down to the first town on the Wye of Rhyadr. What could possibly go wrong? What a slog. What a day's wearing on, walking fans, and my navigational system has failed. Paper and compass, map and compass. Way to go. Anyway, most of the rest of my Wye Valley walking took place south and east of Hereford. I like this area very much indeed, and once you get to Monmouth and south of that, particularly the Tintern area, the green woodland clad gorge is a delight, and I made new discoveries like the Hudnalls. Well, that's the sumptuously gorgeous and giddy valley down below me. And Giddy Valley is a delight, but it's also a sad foreshadowing of the decline of industry in Wales and Britain. Let's check it out. And this, walking fans, is the rather marvellous Devil's Pulpit. Okay, we're trying the ascent of the Pulpit Rock. There's life in the old fucker yet. Oh, is it really worth it? Look at this is an awesome effort. Yeah! Brilliant work by Emma on the Devil's Pulpit. So?
Never again.
At the base of the Dyke of Offa. Pretty impressive embankment, this. Built in the late 700s. Time for a break. Late afternoon break. Unscheduled one. I wasn't expecting this little treat. It's my first Bristol walk. Scampering to get another Y bus into Bristol. Fuck. Well, I've just walked up to the 220 feet or so of Spanorium Hill, the Hill of the Spaniard, the industrial port complex of Sevenside, and also the modern Severn crossing opened in the late 1990s. What in the mighty handsome Blaze Castle estate, and that's the Blaze. And enjoy what we see. So just on the River Trim, no offence to the name, but it would have to be a Julian road in this part of Bristol, wouldn't it? Sneeders. There it is. There's the water tower. Palatial, I guess, is the word. Good neighbours, eh? Cornwallis Crescent, this. Pretty 50-50 smattering of Green and Labour. Just about the Greens got slightly more posters up, I reckon. Quite a sharp descent. Okay, it's not coast path walking this, and I've walked, I reckon, 14 miles at least. And there's some geezer just cycling up. Well, that's the end of that walk at the Wholesome Hub. What could be better? Thank you for watching. Join me next week where I go camping. The first camping trip is to Sussex, down by the sea, where I get up onto the white chalk hills of the South Downs. Following hard on the heels of that camping trip, we based ourselves in West London, and I strolled along the towpath of the River Thames in what was a very nostalgic walk through our old neighbourhood. A third and final camping trip of the year was with Best Beloved and my two boys. Camping in October. It'll be fun, they said. Well, it rained, and it rained some more. But yes, it was fun, and we all got onto the mighty Southwest Coast Path. This is my first time on it, and doing a proper walk since completing it a calendar year ago with my great walking muchacho, Andy. In the final part of next week's video, the walk you'll see was an epic. From the source of the mighty River Wye, high up in the Cambrian mountains of mid-Wales, I walked on a glistening white, snowy landscape, all the way down to the first village on it, Llangefrig. Well, thanks for watching again, and if you enjoyed the first part of my 2024 walking highlights, part 2 will be out soon. There's lots of walking videos on my YouTube channel, and I put new ones out on a Saturday morning. There are plenty more for you to watch. If you want early notification of new videos, why not subscribe to my YouTube channel? And follow me. I am Steve, the PonyTailed Pensioner. See you next time.